Okay guys, my camera's on the last percent of battery, so I'm gonna try to go through this as fast as I can. So, episode 21. A shocking discovery leads Miles to question his family life, which obviously if your father is cheating on your mother with his campaign manager, that's a lot you gotta think about right there. Eli is slipping away and Claire finds herself growing closer to Drew because Eli's just not talking to her, which doesn't seem like Eli, but excuse me. Dallas wants to be with Allie, but the truth about her relationship with Leo could send him over the edge. I think it's sweet how Dallas cares so much about Allie that he's willing to take her to confront him. I just love it. Claire tries to get over her feelings for Drew. And, I don't know where those feelings for Drew came from in the first place. Dallas comes up with a plan for Allie to confront Leo about him beating her, which is good. It's good if you do it in a controlled environment like that where he's there in case anything would try to happen. And Drew becomes angry when he's tricked by Miles, who throws a party without his dad's permission. Which, honestly, how did Drew fall for his dad needing more campaign stuff when they had already gotten so many campaign stuff? I don't know. With rumors swirling about Zoe's drunken adventures at a recent party, Becky files a DTV report about teen girls and alcohol, which I don't think it was good for Becky to decide to want to do a piece about that when obviously what happened to Zoe was bigger than that, you can tell. When she uncovers a video of Zoe and two unidentifiable guys, she knows there's a bigger story. Yes, but not for DTV. But once she discovers the truth and sees how deeply this story will affect everyone involved, Becky questions if she's doing the right thing. And I really think Becky was trying to do the right thing, but getting the police involved was obviously the biggest, most important thing. Miles tries to help Zig out of a tough situation, which Maya can't do it by herself. She needs reinforcements. Jenna sets her sights on winning the semi-formal king and queen crowns with Connor, which I think is sweet, because, they could win. Becky worries she'll lose Imogen as a friend when new student Jack arrives, and I think that was really stupid to feel like she'd lose Imogen, even though she kind of does, but, Jack shouldn't have just, put herself in there. Becky tries to get back into bestie rhythm with Imogen at the semi-formal, but there's more to their relationship than friendship. No. Becky accidentally asks her to the dance more intimately, and Claire's like, that's where things might have gone wrong, and I agree with her. Miles goes to extreme lengths when he worries he'll lose Maya to Zig, which, I think she's just being a friend to him. She's not trying to get with him. Even if he's trying to get with her, she's not trying to get with him. Miles should trust his girlfriend. Dallas feels he's being racially profiled after he and Connor are held for questioning in connection with a terror incident. They are. That's just the long and short of it. There are dirty cops out there. And it's disgusting. It's just completely, that whole episode is a good message for people that, need to learn that. But it's something that happens, and it's awful. There are some people that, I work with a retired police cop on Saturdays. He was one of the good ones when he was, and he said to me, some people just don't deserve to wear the shield. He's right. Tristan is determined to join Mr. Yates' new theater collective, which I understand why, but at the same time, he gives off that creepy vibe, and the whole thing with one cannot just enter the Buddhist temple, one must knock. I don't understand that either. Tristan confronts Mr. Yates about his harsh drama class criticisms and finds out the shocking truth behind them. Yeah, it's pretty shocking. How did he pass into being a teacher for Degrassi? Dallas loses his cool at the National Science Fair, letting Allie down in the process, which obviously he should have taken a moment to talk to somebody about what happened. Like Allie said, he should have been honest with her. He should have talked to her about it. While Degrassi prepares for Wild Wild West night, Zoe lands her dream role. It hits a little too close to home following her assault. So obviously Zoe is, going through a lot, and I think she should get trauma. I think she should get counseling, but, Claire has some tough decisions to make as she searches for a date to Wild Wild West night. Yes, she did, talk to Eli and everything, and when Drew says, you have to grab the bull by the horns, and she's like, I've called, I've texted, and it's like, no, the actual bull. And she's like, let's get this bull to gym. I've had enough bull for one day. That was funny wordplay. Miles focuses on setting the score with Zig, which I don't think he should, technically, because he shouldn't really get involved with Zig himself. Fireworks begin at Wild Wild West night when Claire makes her decision known with regards to Drew and Eli. Obviously, she sleeps with Drew. And that was not a good decision. And Allie's like, The supply closet, you of all people know what happens in there. Zoe struggles to stand up for herself. Her mother's bitch. Miles and Zig face off in a showdown for Maya's heart, which was so stupid to bring that gun and pretend it's real. And Maya's doing her best to keep Zig safe, but when she snoops and finds a bag of drugs, her worst fears are confirmed, which obviously she shouldn't have been snooping. That's not her place. Winston is on the prowl for his first lady friend when he realizes the perfect girl has been under his nose for years, which I think that whole Winston-Frankie thing is cute. Hiding Zig out at the Matlin house while Maya organizes the art night seems to be working. For now, which it does, and Tiny is so sweet when Maya's mom shows up. But will she be able to keep the gang away? Claire is desperate for answers from Drew. So, Claire Drew thing, whatever, but will she be able to keep the gang away? No, not really, because a little later Vince shows up. Becky feels isolated at home, helping turn in her brother. Looking for a distraction, she finds her escape in online gaming, where Hunter comes in. Which, I think it's okay for her to find her escape in online gaming, but, you know, whatever. Everybody does it. Becky's gaming adventures have turned to online dates, but when she realizes her knight is not who he says he is, she must put a stop to it. Which, honestly, him going, hello, princess, and, like, giving her that whole speech in the hallway when Imogen's there is fantastic. Because, you know, he's got to stand up for himself. I mean, it's not okay that he was like, oh my god, like, this is everything to me, but for him basically saying to her, like, that was a shitty way that she did that to him, yeah, he had every right to be mad. Drew is in trouble. He was fired from the campaign. His friends think he's a homewrecker and gets in a fight with Dallas. So he's fired from the campaign, which obviously no harm, no foul. I know he likes Mr. H, but nobody else does. His friends think he's a homewrecker because he got sent boobs by Mrs. H, which was on her. And he gets in a fight with Dallas, obviously, because he's being rude. Mr. Yates is willing to help Tristan out with his writing and offers his help if he comes to his apartment, which is already a red flag. Do not go to a teacher's apartment. Imogen starts showing feelings of love towards Jack and is determined to prove she can roll with her crowd. Which is so stupid, honestly. If Jack already likes her, which you can tell, it shouldn't matter what Jack's friends think, but whatever. Tristan is warned by Mr. Yates to make his feelings about their affair less obvious at school, but Tristan can't help it. He's beaming. Yeah, it's just creepy all around. Ugh. Imogen's smitten with Jack and will go to any length to impress her, which is kind of stupid because, you know, if they don't like you for you, then stop. Like, Zoe's trial begins, and when she fears she's being painted in a harsh light, she takes matters into her own hands. Which you do have to trust your attorney, because they are hired to help you. Becky is torn up about what she's going to say when she takes a stand as a character witness at her brother's trial, which obviously she just has to tell the truth. As the trial continues, the tensions are high from all sides. The media has a buzz about Zoe's trial, which is awful. Feeling helpless and worried about her tarnished reputation, Zoe is nervous as the verdict approaches, which anyone would be. Obviously, they're painting her in a horrible light. I do like Tristan's line from one of the episodes where it's like, the jury is mostly women, that should work in your favor. And she's like, what am I thinking? And Tristan's like, that I watch way too much Law & Order SVU. And I love that because I watched the whole season, like the whole series. It was great. Becky's torn about what to say in her testimony, but deep down knows what she has to do. She has to tell the truth. And with her brother telling her that big of a piece, you know. 2 weeks has passed since the trial, and everyone is eager to move on and have fun at the end of semester dance. Moving on, however, proves more difficult than they anticipated when a superstorm hits Toronto and New York, where Claire is preparing for her Columbia interview. With no choice but to stay indoors, the students face the secrets and demons that they have been concealing all semester. While most people are ready for a fresh start, one person will get news that could jeopardize their future. So it's good that Claire and Eli made up, and she was staying there and everything, and when we find out she's pregnant, holy shit. But Becky and Drew don't think that was good. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comments section. If you see jump cuts in either of these, it's because I didn't agree with something when filming this video and decided to cut out. But you know, sometimes you think one thing about something and then you change it. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!